even basic talking. I'm feeling that I'm expending so much energy, and I hate it that my body's not doing what I want it to do. Hi guys, so you've seen the title of the video. I am bedridden. Oh my goodness. So today is Wednesday, and on Monday evening I started to feel a bit just generally unwell. I started to get a bit of a migraine and a little bit of a temperature, so I thought that I would just go to bed early. So I went to bed around 8 o'clock and just kind of like sleep it off, thinking that I'd be okay in the morning. I'm not one that usually gets sick very often, so I just thought it would be gone by the morning. But in the night, I started to get body aches. Like, when I'm saying body aches, I mean aches in my muscles, as if I've been doing, like I've climbed a mountain or something, really. I had a little bit of a cough, but nothing that would make you think, oh, that's something strange. Just a little bit of a cough, and not a continuous cough. But it was the body aches and the fever. And during the night, I kept on having very strange thoughts going through my head, or very strange dreams that were just continuous. They weren't about anything specifically, but they were kind of really making me feel uncomfortable, like I was stuck in some cycle or something. I don't know how to describe it, but it was kind of like just these persistent dreams, and I couldn't actually get out of that cycle. So as a result, my sleep wasn't all that great. I woke up on Tuesday morning and I just started to get worse. The chills started to get worse. The body aches became phenomenal. Really phenomenal. I mean, like, really phenomenal. Like, I have done some extremely hard work. And then I started to develop this really strange thing whereby, and I still got it, whereby when I touch my skin, it's really, really sore. It kind of feels like what I think sunburn would feel like. It's really, really sore. And the only places where I don't have that are my face, my hands, and my feet, but I have it everywhere else. And as a result, when I'm walking around, I can feel my clothes rubbing against my skin, and it's super, super uncomfortable. And I have it in my scalp as well. So just like rubbing my fingers like this through my scalp is really, really, really sore. But on my hands, I don't have it. On my face, I don't have it. My neck, I don't have it. So all the parts of my body that are normally exposed, I don't have it, but just my arms, my legs, my body, my back. And that is just like, oh my God. So it means that anytime I'm in bed, tossing and turning, then I have a level of discomfort. So I took some kind of like flu medication. I thought, let me see how it goes, hoping that this morning, Wednesday, that I would wake up feeling much better. When I woke up this morning, I did feel a bit better, but then I started to decline again, and I got a new symptom, which is a bitter taste in my mouth. It tastes like bile, to be quite honest. A bitter taste in my mouth and kind of like nausea. You know, I haven't been sick, but I feel like I could be sick. That feeling of I could be sick at any time is there. And that taste in my mouth is just really horrible. And even though I do feel hungry, I don't really have the appetite to eat, which is quite like a strange thing. I know that I'm hungry. I feel that my belly needs food, but I don't. From the taste aspect, I don't. I have like done taste tests. I do have my full strength of taste, but I've got this added extra bitter taste in my mouth. Which is really horrible. And then just the body aches. Any time that I try and get up to try and do something, it's like my body punishes me. It's like, we told you to sit down and stay where you are. You're going to pay for it if you go anywhere. Oh, I do. So I am just staying in bed. If I just sit like this, quietly without talking, all I can feel is the pressure on my eyes. Oh, guys, I didn't mention another symptom. When I do my eyes to the left and to the right, it feels really painful, like really painful. Every time I've moved my eyes that way or that way, it feels really, really painful. Like there's a massive weight in my head that's squashing onto my eyes. But if I just sit still and sit calmly, the only thing that I can feel is nausea. So if I sit quietly like this without talking, I feel nausea. It's so bizarre. Some of you might know that I have recently come back from Nigeria. I came back from Nigeria about 9 weeks ago. And the weirdest thing is that my symptoms fit into the camp of COVID-19 and malaria. And it's kind of like a weird one. Now, usually malaria symptoms, from what I've read at least, they don't show up. They show up from like one day to, what was it they said, 4 weeks after you've been bitten by an infected mosquito. That's generally the norm for other people, for normal people. But they do say that if you have been to an African country and then you do get these symptoms up to a year after you've been, that you should go and get checked out. So that's something that I've got at the back of my mind. I think for me, that the first thing that I want to sorry, I just have to. The first thing I want to rule out is COVID-19. I don't even know how they treat COVID-19, but it's important for me to know so that I know that I'm not going to be spreading it to other people. So that's the first thing on my mind. So later on today, when my husband gets back, we're going to all as a family go and have a COVID test and basically rule that out. Yeah, I don't even know whether this is normal or not for flu. I've only had flu once in my life. I had it in my mid-30s. And prior to that, I actually used to believe flu didn't exist. I was like one of those naysayers because I never had it. And I used to watch people with flu symptoms and think to myself, oh my God, get a grip. It can't be that bad. I mean, get a grip, guys. Why are you kind of like, and all that man flu type thing. But when I had it, I was kind of like, yeah, I kind of guess. It was a pretty mild one. I could see how it could be bad for other people. I don't get fevers. I can't imagine the last time I had a fever. Probably the last time that I had flu, which is about 10 years ago. So it's not something that is alien to me. So that's why it's alarming that you can actually feel cold inside, but you've got all the heating on and listen to that cough. And you know that you shouldn't be cold, but you feel really, really cold. And then vice versa, feeling so hot that you just want to jump into a lake of ice. So that is really alien to me. All the body aches is alien to me. And I think for me, I'm one of these people that doesn't like to sit down doing nothing. I always have a to-do list. I'm a mum of twins. I work full time and I have many ventures, extracurricular ventures. So I've always got something to do. So I kind of see illness as a bit of a waste of time. I just actually don't have time to schedule it. So yeah, that for me is the most frustrating thing, when I'm going to just have to stop talking for a bit because the nausea is coming back. Okay, just even basic talking. I'm feeling that I'm expending so much energy and I hate it that my body's not doing what I want it to do. But I guess I just have to submit. My body knows best. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you there because I don't think I can talk very much. I probably will throw up or start having a coughing fit or just make myself feel worse. But yeah, the long and short of it is I'm going to go get a COVID test when my husband gets back. And so I'll see you on the way. Bye. I'm just going to get my head down. And yeah, I was actually in bed doing some work. I've got my computer here, but I'm just going to actually just take a nap. I've got to. Guys, I'm on my way to get a COVID test done. I think may as well just bite the bullet, kind of like rule it out. Yeah, there's such strange symptoms that I'm getting, things that I never usually get. So yeah, I think the best thing is to find out what is going on. Yeah. So, I am here. I'm actually a bit nervous. I'm not nervous about the test itself because I've done one a million times. I'm actually more nervous about the result. Whoa, fingers crossed. Yeah, I can go in? Okay, cool. So I am going in. I'm not supposed to be filming here, so I'm going to switch it off. So I'm all done and dusted. Obviously very painless. I got this test receipt card. So I just have to wait 1 to 3 days for the results. I think usually they come within 24 hours. I've done this type of test before here and it was quite quick. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Waiting for the moment of truth. Oh, I'm gonna go home. Just coming out to get this test has absolutely exhausted me. It's not even like I feel out of breath. It's just my muscles. I feel like I've run just like a marathon, you know? So I'm just gonna go and get some bed rest and have a cup of tea, and hopefully I she'll feel better soon. So I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, so it is Thursday, just after noon, and I have just received my COVID test result, and it said that I tested positive for COVID. So yeah, guys, I have COVID-19. So how do I feel today? It's so bizarre. So the body aches have gone, the fever's gone. I don't have any more symptoms. They've gone. So they only lasted Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday I feel totally back to myself. Now, obviously, over those days, I hadn't really been eating very much. I kind of like lost my appetite. So all I feel now is a little bit, you know, like when you haven't been eating, you feel a little bit weak from not eating, not from the illness. I feel a bit like that. So I've got to like step up my eating again. But I genuinely feel very okay. Very okay. I'm not going to push it. Obviously, I know I've been ill and I know I should take it a bit easy. But to be honest with you, I feel good. And it's just so nice to have the full range of movement, be able to move my limbs and not hurt, and move my eyes and things not hurt. It's just, oh my God, it's times like this that you really appreciate good health. You can't beat good health. I'm telling you, you can't put a price on it. So I guess, guys, this is what COVID-19 was like for me. It's such a strange one because I think everyone that goes through this COVID journey, could I call it, has you know, different experience. For me, I think I didn't really have respiratory problems. I didn't have anything to do with breathing. I didn't feel that at all. Not at all. My issues were aches in my joints, aches in my muscles, and that was kind of the thing that that I suffered from the most. And yeah, so the symptoms have gone. I need to self-isolate now for 10 days. So 10 days from the day that I first had symptoms. So that was Monday. So then that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So next Thursday, I'll be able to come out of isolation. Thankfully, the children are not at school. They're broken up for the Christmas holidays. So I don't have to do the school run anyway. So that kind of works out fine. And for the most part, I work from home anyway. So it doesn't change all that. Although this weekend I was meant to be entertaining some close family friends at our house, but that's obviously going to have to be cancelled. But yeah, so thankfully, this COVID diagnosis hasn't kind of like wreaked too much havoc in my life. But I'm shocked, you know, in a way, because I never thought I would get COVID. I mean, okay, how can I say that? But it's like, just didn't occur to me that I could get COVID like before all of this. It just never did. Obviously, I was taking precautions and socially distancing and washing hands and using masks, etc., like everyone else. But the idea of getting COVID just never came into my head at all. So it's kind of like, wow. So guys, that's my COVID story. Wow. So you'll be glad to hear I'm on the mend. Hopefully I'll be back and free. I'll have freedom by the end of next week. And yeah, so see you guys in the next video. Bye.